日本時間3月24日、米国時間3月23日、ロサンゼルス、ドジャースがエンゼルスとのフリーウェイ、シリーズ初戦を迎えた、情報提供、スポーツネット LA。この日、大谷翔平はトップバッターとしてラインナップされ、シーズン開幕直後からの好調を維持し、球場の視線を一身に集めた。一方、東京での試合を欠場した主砲フレディ・フリーマンが左脇腹の故障から復帰。しかし、ムーキー・ベッツは試合直前で体調不良のため再び欠場となり、ドジャースは序盤から苦しい状況で試合に臨んだ。スポーツネット LA のレポートによると、フリーマンは東京遠征で悪化した左脇腹の痛みが回復に向かっているものの、慎重な起用となり、3打席限定の出場となった。一方で、トップバッターに起用された大谷は好調そのもので、チームを牽引する打撃と存在感を見せつけた。昨季のワールドシリーズ王者ドジャースは今季も早々に試練が訪れているが、大谷翔平の活躍がチーム浮上の鍵を握っていることは間違いない。続いて、試合での大谷翔平の実際の活躍を日本語字幕付きでご覧ください。
Here's how Dave Roberts is stacking his lineup for Game 1 of the Freeway Series against the Angels. Shohei Ohtani is leading it off, followed by Tommy Edman, as Mookie was a late scratch from this one. Freddie Freeman, though, is back today. Teo batting cleanup, then it's Max Muncy, Will Smith behind the plate, Michael Conforto. Miguel Rojas is going to start at short and bat eighth, with Andy Pages patrolling center field. Nomar, what sticks out to you?
Well, one, Freddie Freeman back out there. I think that's good tonight. You know, like you mentioned early on, we saw Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman. We're going to say, hey, both of those guys back in the lineup, but at least Freddie Freeman. So obviously, you know, he did in Japan when he was over there dealing with that rib. So must be feeling better.
Good to see Freddie Freeman, like you mentioned there. Shohei Ohtani, obviously off to a great start of the season. Really good spring training. You don't have to worry about him swinging the bat, but it's always key to have guys like Miguel Rojas ready when a guy like Mookie Betts can't go.
Well, as we know, the Dodgers had to overcome a ton of adversity to win the 2024 World Series championship, and here they are starting off the 2025 season in Japan, once again dealing with adversity as Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman were not able to play against the Chicago Cubs. Right now, let's head back inside the stadium, check in once again with Kirsten joining us live. She has the latest on both Mookie and Freddie. Hi there, Kirsten.
Hi, John. Well, focusing on Freddie Freeman first, of course, we know during spring training, the big focus for him was just coming off that ankle surgery, healing that, getting into a good spot. He was good to go on the way to Tokyo, right ahead of that Game 1 of the series against the Cubs. He was a late scratch, dealing with a left rib injury. After the game, we found out it was actually the same rib that he was dealing with during that postseason run. He was hoping to be back out there, actually lobbied to be back in the lineup ahead of Game 2, but Dave Roberts and the training staff ultimately decided it just didn't make sense going into that second game. Of course, now coming back into today, the Freeway Series, he is in the lineup. Dave Roberts gave an update as to how he's feeling with that left rib injury and if it's something that they're going to have to continue to keep an eye on during the rest of the season.
He is back in there tonight. He'll take a couple at bats. The last couple days, he feels really good, doesn't feel anything. And so, yeah, but I do think that it's something we got to make sure we monitor. But he wouldn't be out there if we didn't feel confident that he's on his way back.
Do you know what tweaked this in Japan?
I don't. I know it was the last round of his batting practice for that first game. The thought was it might be some scar tissue that was in there that just sort of broke up. And so just to kind of be cautious, we just felt that we should abort, which was a smart decision, I think.
So for Freddie Freeman today, it is going to be a shorter outing. He's only going to be in there for about 2 to 3 at-bats, similar to what we saw pretty early in spring training for him. And then on the other side for Mookie Betts, he was originally in the lineup today playing at shortstop. He actually took part in batting practice as well as doing some defensive drills on the field ahead of the game. But unfortunately, he has been a late scratch. We don't know the details as to how he's feeling at the moment. Dave Roberts did say that when he spoke to us earlier, that as much as Mookie Betts is feeling better from dealing with that stomach virus that kept him out of the games in Tokyo and ultimately actually had him sent back to Los Angeles a little bit early. He is feeling much better. Like I said, he got to take part in the workout today, but he was a scratch, so we should know more just as to how he's doing after this game here tonight, guys.
All right, for the first time this year, we're going to do some shot callings for a game here at Dodger Stadium. Nomar, you were first up. Who you got tonight?
Yeah, looking up down that lineup, we were talking about how many at-bats maybe the starters were getting. It doesn't matter. He only needs one at-bat. I'm going Max Muncy. Max Muncy, maybe his first at-bat, he's going deep.
Going deep. I like
love
it.
that shot call. You know, I'm going with the veteran guy. He wasn't originally in the starting lineup. Miguel Rojas, always ready to go. He's going to be ready to shine tonight. Miggy Rowe.
So you only take Shohei in regular season games that count? Is that what this is?
John, don't
You
worry
doubled
about
up
me and
on
Shohei.
him
Me and Shohei, we got a plan.
Yeah.
Shohei and I have a plan
Yeah,
for
he's
the
like,
season.
I'll just call Shohei because I'm going to be right 50 times at least, right?
All right, well, earlier today, Blake Snell was named the Dodgers' opening day starter against the Detroit Tigers on Thursday. Right now, he is with Kirsten for today's Dodger Voice, brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa.
Well, Blake, opening day starter for the home opener here in Los Angeles. Obviously, when you came to this organization, you were going to be one of the faces of this team. Just to be that opening day for the home opener, how special is that?
No, I'm excited. Get to start the season with everyone just very excited. Opening day is fun. Like, it's such a fun time to pitch. So, no, I'm very excited. I feel honored, and yeah, I can't wait.
You're a big gamer. Just when you think about the matchup, though, it's two Cy Young winners, you against Tarik Skubal. How do you describe a matchup like that?
It's kind of weird. The last time I won it, I won against Verlander on opening day in 19. So, yeah, it's cool. I don't know. I don't really think about them too much, but I'm aware of it. And, yeah, no, I'm definitely very excited for it.
For your final tune-up to have been in Tokyo, just how are you feeling heading into that start, just as to kind of where your body is, stuff is, and things like that?
Yeah, no, I feel good. I had a sim game yesterday, so it's not like I have like almost 2 weeks off, and then, yeah, but no, I'll be ready. I feel good. I feel like I've gotten better every outing. Just the confidence that I have and the belief behind the pitches that I'm throwing now, they're all, you know, getting to where I want them.
You talked about just how valuable it's been having a more normal spring this year and putting yourself in that position. How has it been just working with the pitching coaches, preparing you for this regular season?
It's been good. You know, we're starting to get to know each other better, and there's just a lot of learning that's going to go on in the next couple of months before I really get comfortable. You know, we gotta learn each other. I gotta learn what it's like to be on this team when it's just our team playing real big league, meaningful games. So the first 2 months will be a lot of just learning, and then from there, just getting better and better, growing, understanding what it's like to throw to Will and Barnes, and really just learning.
You've obviously faced the Dodgers quite a bit, but now to be on this side, to have the support of this offense, how much are you looking forward to just that, especially from what you've seen from these first 2 games of the season?
Yeah, no, I can't wait. Yeah, I'm beyond excited. And the first 2 games we played, we didn't have Mookie or Freddie.
Exactly.
So that made me even more excited. Like the team, we can hit top to bottom. Even the guys that don't get as much playing time, they can hit too. So I'm very excited. I can't wait to feel the atmosphere. I felt it, on the other side. So I really can't wait to know what it's like to be a Dodger, to be supported by the fans the way that I've seen, so many years.
How much do you think you'll have to control the adrenaline, the butterflies, and that type of atmosphere, opening day, going up against Skubal, just everything?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to answer it. I don't know. I could say one thing, but it's going to be different when I walk out there. I can tell you I won't be thinking about Skubal at all or going against him. My only goal would be just dominate the zone, get us in the dugout so we can hit. That's my only goal, but I don't know. I would imagine I'll be excited, a little nervous, and then once I get out there, it's just like, I love pitching, and I can't wait to pitch and compete.
After the first start in spring, you were happy with your fastball velocity, the command. Have you started to get the feel for the secondary pitches in that sim game as well?
Yeah, everything kind of came together in the sim game. I finally felt like the curveball looks like a fastball. I can locate it way better. The movement I really like. The changeup's better than where it was in the start in Tokyo. which I knew it was going to be, but just to see it, I was really excited about. But everything's a lot sharper, coming out better, which I expected, so I'm very excited about that.
When we talked to Blake Snell back during the spring, he talked about how much he was looking forward, Jerry, to wearing that home white uniform as a Los Angeles Dodger. I know he's won 2 Cy Youngs, but this has to be another really cool honor for him to get the ball opening day here at Dodger Stadium Thursday for the World Series champs against the Tigers.
Listen, he's experienced a lot. You mentioned the 2 Cy Young awards in both leagues, the American and the National League. He's pitched in big games before, but really there's nothing like pitching for an iconic franchise like the LA Dodgers at home opening day. So I know he's thrilled about that opportunity, but also thrilled that he's going to be a Dodger for a very long time. Thrilled that he gets a chance to pitch in meaningful games, hopefully the rest of his career in Dodger blue.
You know, when we were at FanFest and he was getting interviewed, asking him about why becoming a Dodger, and he talked about, well, I think this team will help me get, into the Hall of Fame. That's what he's thinking. And now here's going to have an opportunity to have an opening day at Dodger Stadium and pitch on that mound with other Hall of Fame names that have done that in the past, because we know this franchise is so iconic. So I know it's going to mean a lot to feel that energy, and I'm sure all the fans and all of us are excited to see what Blake Snell does in that Dodger uniform.
And that was something that stood out to you, Jerry. You said, man, this guy, I love his confidence. He wants to be a Hall of Famer, and he mentioned that at Dodger Fest.
And that's not being cocky. That's been, hey, I have a responsibility not only to myself, but really the city of Los Angeles, Dodger fans. I want to put my best foot forward.
All right, well, Jerry did not call Shohei Ohtani tonight, but he did homer in one of those exhibition games in Japan. And then in Game 2 against the Cubs, hit a semi-wall scraper that was a home run. There's no doubt he's going to go deep at some point of this freeway series, right? Dodgers and Angels just minutes away.
Thank you, John. Welcome, everybody, to the first game at Dodger Stadium of 2025. Yeah, technically it doesn't count like the 2 in Tokyo did, but tell that to the young guys in that dugout and in the bullpen trying to make a final impression ahead of the 2025 regular season. Next to Eric Karros, I'm Stephen Nelson. Kirsten Watson going to say hello in just a second. But Ike, the Dodgers back home. Well, Shohei Ohtani, he just came from home and put on a show in those 2 victories over the Cubs.
Well, he really did, and it's good to be back home, and it does matter. And it matters just because you want to get acclimated. You're going to have 6 games here at home. You want to see what it's like to hit with the backdrop. You're only getting 1 game here as well, so you've got to take advantage of it.
And for Shohei, again, we would have been more surprised had he not put on a spectacular display when we saw him in those Tokyo Dome games.
Well, he delivers everywhere he goes, and first he delivers on the ad side. Everywhere we went in Tokyo, this guy's pitching one thing or another. I wanted to buy some stuff. On the field, though, absolutely electric. 3 base hits, 2 extra base hits. You know all the fans are. They wanted him to do something dramatic, and he did. He hit a ball that, I'll tell you what, it looked like it was going to the moon. Now, it just made it out. It was a home run. But he stood up when he needed to.
And in those 2 games, Kirsten Watson, the Dodgers were down 2/3 of their MVP triumvirate. Well, they get 1 more thirds back today.
Yeah, Steven. So they were without Mookie Betts as well as Freddie Freeman. For Freddie Freeman, he was a late scratch ahead of Game 1 with a left rib injury, something that actually happened during warm-ups while he was doing that last round of batting in the cage. So for him, he is back in the lineup today. As much as he lobbied to get it back in there ahead of Game 2, he's back in there today. Dave Robson, the plan for him is probably 2 to 3 at-bats. For Mookie Betts, he was originally in the lineup. He was actually sent home early from Tokyo, continuing to deal with that stomach virus. So he was originally in the lineup today. He has since been a late scratch, but we should know more about him after this game tonight, guys.
All right, looking forward to that update, Kirsten. EK would like me to just subtract this 1/3 from the broadcast team, give him my hot start. We're going to come back Game 1 of 3, the freeway exhibition games, when we come back.
Shohei Ohtani will be leading things off tonight for the Dodgers against the Angels, coming off his 3rd career MVP. First in the National League as he joined Frank Robinson as the only players to ever win MVPs in both leagues. Cannot wait to see what he does this year for an encore. And Nomar, we were talking about this a little while ago. The team, they ramp up during spring training, and then they start the season, games that count in Japan, and then they stop before they start again on Thursday. But can that be a good thing for this team to have these 3 exhibition games before they ramp back up, especially after that travel to Japan?
Absolutely, especially after that travel. One, they also took a few days just to recover from that and didn't have any spring training games. But once you try to recover, at least get back into the right time zone, get your body, situated with the jet lag, and then being able to play these games. We always talk about games and stadiums are always important before this season starts because it's another level of adrenaline. So it's good for the Dodgers to get these under their belt, get themselves ready for the rest of this season.
Absolutely. Those 3 days off was so important coming back from Japan. It's good to have this little mini ramp up, if you will, the Freeway Series. Obviously, these guys are very familiar with each other, the Angels and the Dodgers, so it's good to have these games, especially for a guy like a Freddie Freeman. Hopefully we get Mookie Betts back tomorrow. He gets some at-bats, getting those 2 guys back, getting ready for their start of the season.
Well, and Mookie was originally in the lineup, Jerry, then he was scratched. He went through pregame warmups. I saw him out there taking ground balls, not able to go tonight. What's your level of concern with Mookie after losing all that weight?
There is some level of concern because we understand that shortstop, Nomar, you know this better than anybody, it is a very demanding position. Mookie Betts is not 220 pounds. He's about 185 pounds when he's right. We got to make sure he gets right before he goes back on that field.
Yeah, I'm definitely concerned when you hear the amount of weight that he has lost. So one, first and foremost, find out exactly what he is and get him healthy.
All right, it's Dodgers and Angels, game 1 of 3, exhibition style. First pitch is coming up next.
Here's the starting lineup for your Dodgers in this exhibition game against the Angels. It's presented by your Southern California Health and Honda dealers. Shohei Ohtani, the DH, batting first. Mookie Betts was initially slated to start, but he was a late scratch, so Tommy Edman elevated to the 2-hole at second base. Freddie Freeman is back in there. Teoscar Hernandez will clean up and right. Max Muncy bats 5th. Will Smith, Michael Conforto, Miguel Rojas, and Andy Pages to round things out for Dave Roberts and company. The challenge for the Dodgers in this one, the right-hander Jose Soriano, 26-year-old, 6'3", 220 pounds. Angels organization likes this guy a lot, EK.
They definitely got a live arm. You see, though, that when you were looking at the numbers, the walk's a little high, and that's one of the things. If he can control the strike zone, as with any pitcher, he can be very effective.
97. Right on the outside corner, 1-1 to Ohtani. He had a few hits in Tokyo. Double. And of course, his first home run of 2025. Flails at strike 2. One of the big questions for the Dodgers coming into this season, EK, is what can this man possibly do for an encore after last year? First ever 50-50 player. Oh, yeah, he's going to return to the mound at some point.
I think more than anything, though, is we as Dodger fans got spoiled because that's our first interaction with him. It's a 50-50. Oh, that's going to be the floor moving forward?
So 60-60?
Yeah.
Downstairs, full count.
I think we talked about it a little bit in Tokyo. I don't think there's any way he runs this year. Maybe 20 bags, maybe, and especially if he's pitching.
On this 3-2 from Soriano, Ohtani lays off a low fastball that just missed the bottom of the zone. A leadoff walk.
It's a good pitch by Soriano, but even a better take by Shohei. See that ball just out of the zone. Suit up this season at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, T-shirts, and more. Visit MLBshop.com, the official source for your Dodgers gear. Speaking about Dodgers gear, I can't wait till we get hooked up for this year.
Hey, the legend has it that same bottle of green tea is still right in the Shinkansen in Tokyo. People just they just leave it there till the end of time. So if you see it, don't touch it. Top of the order, due up for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 4th, chasing a run against the Angels in this exhibition game. One here at Dodger Stadium. The next 2 nights will be at the Big A in Anaheim.
All right, second time through the lineup for the Dodgers here. Soriano, he's a sinker ball guy. We talked about at the beginning of the show, his ability to keep the ball down. 7 of the first 9 outs, ground balls.
His 40th pitch of the game, an 0-1 to Ohtani. Down and in, double count. Shohei, the lone Dodger to reach base against Soriano the first time through. Try and change that second turn through the order. With 2 strikes on him, Ohtani bounces the ball to the right side. Anderson ranging to his left, throwing as he falls away, and he gets the first out.
Another ground ball.
さあ、幕が開いた。大谷翔平が再び日本の地を踏み、東京の夜空に野球史上最高の輝きを放つ瞬間が訪れた。2025年、米大リーグ開幕を告げる一大イベント、東京シリーズがついに始まったのである。敵は同じロサンゼルスのライバルチーム、エンゼルス。まさに因縁のフリーウェイシリーズが東京で幕を切った。この注目すべき開幕戦のスタメン発表は、日本中を熱狂の渦に巻き込んだ。先頭打者に名を連ねるのは、もちろん我らが二刀流の至宝、大谷翔平。彼こそがこの夜の主役である。チームの核であるムーキー・ベッツが急遽欠場となったものの、その重責を果敢に背負うべく、大谷が自らリードオフマンを務める。彼の後を継ぐのは俊足巧打のトミー、エドマン、そして怪我から復帰を果たしたフレディ・フリーマンが3番打者としてラインナップに名を連ねる。まさに大谷を軸とした強力打線が華々しいスタートを切ったのだ。しかし、この日のスタメン発表で最も鮮烈だったのは、やはり大谷翔平という名が堂々と先頭に刻まれていることである。開幕直前まで絶好調を維持していた彼は、この春の練習試合からその破壊的な打撃力を存分に発揮。さらには、投手としての驚異的な制球力も健在だ。今や世界中の野球ファンがその一挙手一投足に注目し、東京ドームのスタンドも満員御礼の熱気に包まれている。今回の東京シリーズでは、ドジャースは困難な状況に直面していた。主力のフリーマンが左脇腹を痛め、またベッツが胃腸炎で戦列を離れたためだ。フリーマンは昨年のポストシーズンでも同じ箇所を負傷し、今回の東京シリーズ第1戦を回避せざるを得なかった。しかし、この日の試合には短い出場ながら復帰を決断。ドジャース首脳陣は慎重を期し、彼を3打席程度に制限して送り出すという。対してベッツは、試合前のウォーミングアップに参加したものの、試合開始直前に体調不良のため欠場が決まった。まさに予測不可能な事態がドジャースを襲ったのだ。だが、そんな逆境をものともしないのが、我らが英雄、大谷翔平の真骨頂である。彼はこうした重圧をむしろ力に変え、野球史に残る伝説の1ページを刻もうとしている。大谷がユニフォームを身にまとい、打席に立つ瞬間、東京ドームの大観衆は地鳴りのような歓声で彼を迎える。そして投手としてマウンドに登った時、スタジアム全体が息を飲むような緊張感に包まれる。大谷が放つ一球一球がまさに完璧なまでに制御され、寸分の狂いもなくキャッチャーミットに吸い込まれていくようは、見る者すべてに簡単のため息を漏らさせるほどだ。米大リーグの解説者たちも大谷翔平の投球に驚きを隠せない。速球は時速160キロを軽々と超え、その正確無比なコントロールに加え、投げ込まれる鋭いスライダーとスプリットは打者を翻弄し、三振の山を築く。まさに投球の究極の完成型を示しているかのようだ。こんな投手が存在すること自体が奇跡だと語る評論家もいるほどである。打者としてもその存在感は圧倒的だ。大谷がバットを振り抜けば、打球は勢いよく外野スタンドへと一直線に飛び込む。野球界の常識を打ち破り、投打両方で頂点に立つその姿に、ファンだけでなくメディア関係者や同僚選手すらも驚嘆を隠せない。100年に一人の逸材と称される彼の異次元の才能が東京の夜を華麗に彩っているのだ。さらに特筆すべきは大谷翔平が背負う責任感とリーダーシップである。ベッツ不在の中、自らチームを引っ張り、試合の流れを変える一打を放つ。その姿には日本の野球ファンが長年待ち望んだ真のエースの風格が漂う。ドジャースに移籍して以来、ますますその偉大さを増し続ける大谷は、今季もまた新たな伝説を生み出そうとしている。さあ、 日本の野球ファンよ、この偉大な野球の神、大谷翔平が放つ一球一球、一打席一打席をその目に焼き付けよう。彼がこれから描き出すさらなる奇跡、その瞬間を絶対に見逃してはならない。野球史に燦然と輝く新たな物語の始まりを共に目撃しようではないか。次の試合も大谷翔平の圧倒的な力と繊細で正確無比なピッチングに注目だ。その衝撃的なパフォーマンスをぜひ皆で見届けよう。